Hello, church. It has been quite a week. Even amidst all of the unsettledness happening around the election, the COVID-19 task force, which is the trustees plus our church council chair and our SPRC chair, the trustees met this week to discuss our continued response to this pandemic. And I know that there might be some questions lingering, so I want to do my best to answer those today. The first question I get a lot is St. Luke's open? The answers are yes and no. Yes, our staff is working on site. Yes, some small groups are gathering together socially distanced with masks. Yes, worship continues, though it's live streamed at 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings. No, we do not have in-person worship gatherings yet. The next question is, well, why? Why don't you have an in-person worship service yet? The trustees created a protocol based on CDC and local public health recommendations, and you can find a link to that protocol below. The protocol is based on a couple of metrics. The first is that of hospitalizations, and the second is the number of positive COVID cases in Dubuque. Currently, the hospitalizations in our region and our city are higher than they've ever been. Take a look at this graph to get an idea. Also, our COVID-19 positive cases in Dubuque City, the city and the county are at an all-time high. You can see that graph here. Because of the high rate of community transmission of COVID-19, the COVID task force here at St. Luke's has decided to remain online only for now. That is based on the numbers that we have put together for our protocol. This is the way that our congregation can do our part to slow the spread of this disease that has already claimed too many lives. Even while we are not worshiping in the same room, there are still several ways to connect in Christian community. First, you can join us for worship at 10 a.m. on Sundays through a live stream experience where others are watching at the same time. Next, you can join us on Sundays after worship at 10:45 through Zoom and have a virtual coffee hour together. This is just like we would chat together in the back of the sanctuary or in the South Hall. You can also join in a Bible study, which meets most Tuesday evenings at 6:30 p.m. That is a great time to connect to God and to the scriptures and to one another. Lastly, if you are comfortable with in-person things at this point, you have a few options if you're willing to wear a mask and stay socially distanced. The first is that you can volunteer. You can volunteer on Saturday evenings with Food for the Soul, whether you're cooking in the kitchen, assembling, putting meals together to be given away, or putting food out on our portico so that we have kind of a mini grocery store set up there. Next, you could volunteer with our youth group on Sunday evenings. You can contact Emmy. We'll put her email below as well. I know that she would very much appreciate your support. They're meeting in the sanctuary, very spread out, wearing masks, finding creative ways to connect that way. Lastly, you could be a volunteer on Sunday mornings with our technology team. You can help us with live stream. We are going to need more people to join the tech team in the months ahead so that we can continue to offer this time of worship virtually for those who are not able or comfortable to be together in person. Friends, this is what faithful Christian living in the time of COVID-19 looks like. We are in a time of forced separation, but we can still be the church. We can grieve that we're not worshiping in the same building, and we can be grateful that technology allows us to worship together virtually every week. God's people have been separated before. They've walked through the wilderness. They've been in exile in Babylon. They've made house churches when there wasn't a building to be had. They've worshiped in secret in basements in places like China. Now, in 2020, they listen to sermons online. They pray together over Zoom. This is not forever, but it is the call of the faithful for now. Thank you, church, for your faithfulness and for your perseverance through this time.